All right, so get ready to explore with me because today we are taking our taste buds on a trip to Uruguay.
Ooh, fun.
But and
I'm ready.
and not no, we're not talking about a nice Malbec today.
What?
We are diving into the world of Uruguayan Albariño.
Okay.
You might be thinking, Albariño, isn't that a Spanish thing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, get this. Uruguay is quietly becoming an Albariño haven, and we're going to uncover why.
Uruguay carving its own niche with this grape, huh?
It's like discovering that your favorite band has a whole other album you never knew about, and it's full of hidden gems.
I like that. Okay.
And we have got the playlist right here. Articles about award-winning wineries, reviews from enthusiasts, even a sneak peek into the vineyards themselves.
Oh, wow.
We are on a mission to discover what makes Uruguayan Albariño unique, what it tastes like, and whether or not it deserves a spot in your glass.
All right, I like where this is going.
Let's uncork this mystery.
Okay.
First up, we landed on Vinos del Mundo, an online wine shop in Uruguay, and they are featuring this Buza Albariño that caught my eye.
Okay.
They describe it as having aromas of herbs and sea.
Herbs and sea.
Sea in my wine.
Interesting.
I'm intrigued,
Yeah.
but also a little like, how does the ocean get in the bottle?
I was going to say, that's kind of a strange combination,
Yeah.
herbs and sea.
Like, I want them separate. I don't know if I want them together, so
Yeah.
how does that sea note?
Well,
Yeah.
think of it like this.
Okay.
The ocean breeze carries tiny droplets of salt water onto the grapes, and that salinity gets concentrated in the wine.
So it's like a taste of the Uruguayan coast in every glass.
Exactly.
Now that's what I call terroir.
Absolutely. And Uruguay has a long coastline. So many vineyards are going to benefit from that Atlantic influence.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's one of the things that makes this Albariño stand out.
Okay, now let's talk aging.
Okay.
We found this other online retailer, bacan.ua, and they are raving about the 2020 Familia Degas Crude Exception Albariño.
Wow, what a name.
Right. That's a mouthful.
Okay, so apparently this one has been aged for 15 months in oak barrels,
Okay.
which even for me, that sounds pretty intense for a white wine.
Right, because you usually think of white wines as, drink them right away. They're very light and crisp.
Yeah,
This one sounds like it's got a little bit more to it.
yeah. And they even say it needs another year in the bottle before it's ready.
Oh, wow.
So this is,
That's unusual for a white.
yeah, this is serious aging potential,
Yeah.
which you don't often find with white wines.
No, you don't.
Ooh. Can you imagine how those flavors might
Oh, yeah.
evolve over time?
Yeah.
The nutty notes from the oak, but then you combine that with the Albariño citrus, you might get like a candied grapefruit or even a touch of marzipan as it
I was
ages.
going to say, that's kind of what I was thinking, almost like a dessert wine
Yeah,
after a while.
I am already adding this to my must-try list.
It's a testament to the winemaker's confidence in their craft. Yeah.
They're creating wines that are meant to be enjoyed for years to come.
Now let's hear what the winemakers themselves have to say.
Okay, let's do it.
We found this YouTube video from Vinos del Uruguay where they're interviewing a few different winemakers, and one of them claims that Albariño could be the next Tannat for Uruguay.
Really?
And that is a pretty bold statement.
It is, because usually Tannat is that powerhouse red grape.
Exactly.
And so to say that a white
Yeah.
could have that same
Yeah.
impact,
It's a big statement.
it is.
What's fascinating here is they are suggesting that this Albariño has the potential to be equally representative of Uruguay's unique terroir.
That's very interesting.
So it's not just about making a good Albariño, it's about making an Albariño that truly reflects what makes Uruguayan wine special.
Right, making it their own.
Exactly. You're showcasing their land, their climate, their winemaking traditions through this grape.
Their unique style.
And speaking of terroir, we dug into the websites of a couple of leading Uruguayan wineries,
Okay.
Bodega Garzón and Maritel Wines. Both of them really emphasize their commitment to sustainable practices and hand harvesting their grapes.
I like that.
Maritel even talks about listening to what the grapes are trying to tell us.
Now, I know winemakers can be a poetic bunch,
Right.
but what does that really mean in terms of how these grapes are grown?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, are they really out there with
With little tiny microphones.
yeah, with a stethoscope listening to the grapevine?
It's not just romantic imagery. They're really attuned to the vineyard and how they impact the final product.
Okay, so really paying attention.
Yes, very meticulous. And that dedication to quality really shines through in the final product.
I can imagine.
Case in point, we found an article from September 2024
Oh.
announcing that Bodega Garzón's Albariño Reserva 2023 earned a coveted spot in Wine Enthusiast's Top 100 Best Buy list.
Wow.
I know, big deal, right?
That's huge.
And it's not just a popularity contest.
Right.
To even be considered a Best Buy,
Right.
a wine needs to impress a panel of expert tasters with its quality and its value.
So it has to be good and affordable.
Yes, essentially, it's about over-delivering on taste at its price point.
I like that over-delivering. Okay.
And for a Uruguayan Albariño to make the cut,
Yeah.
that is a major win for the entire region.
That is awesome.
It's like the underdog team suddenly making it to the championship.
Exactly.
Yes, and it gets even better. The article also mentions that Bodega Garzon's 2022 Tannat Reserva and 2023 Pinot Noir Reserva also received Best Buy nods.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're killing it across the board.
Across the board, they're not just making good wine, they are consistently producing exceptional wines that are turning heads internationally.
Very cool.
Speaking of exceptional,
Yes.
let's talk about Familia Decas again.
Okay.
Remember that 2020 crude exception we were admiring earlier?
Yes, the one that's aged forever.
Yes, the one with the 15 months in oak
Yes.
and an extra year in the bottle.
That's the one.
They talk about the granite soils in their vineyards and how that plays a crucial role in shaping the wine's character.
Okay, now, for those of us that aren't geology buffs, how do granite soils actually affect the wine?
Right, because I see that a lot, oh, it's got the limestone, oh, granite. And I'm like, okay, but what does that do to the wine?
Yeah.
So granite soils are known for their excellent drainage and heat retention.
Okay.
This means that the vines are getting just the right amount of water and just the right amount of warmth.
So it's almost like self-regulating.
Exactly.
It takes care of it.
Which can lead to more concentrated flavors in the grapes. And this might explain why some people describe Uruguayan Albariño as having a slightly fuller body than its Spanish counterpart.
Okay, so it's not as delicate as maybe a Spanish one.
It's got that backbone.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so we have established that Uruguayan Albariño is more than just a trend.
Agreed.
It is a force to be reckoned with.
It is.
But what should people actually expect when they uncork a bottle?
Good question.
We found this video from a wine enthusiast who describes Albariño as having this bright and zesty flavor profile.
Okay, I like that.
Citrus fruits like grapefruit and lemon stone fruits like apricot and white peach, and of course, that touch of salinity that we talked about earlier.
You gotta have that salinity.
And let's not forget about that all-important acidity.
Oh, yes.
Albariño is known for its vibrant, mouth-watering acidity, which makes it incredibly refreshing and food-friendly.
So what would you pair this with?
I mean, it can cut through richness, it can cut through saltiness.
Seafood?
Yes.
Of course.
But it's not just a one-trick pony when it comes to food pairings.
Okay, what else we got?
Its versatility shines through in its ability to complement a wide range of dishes. Spicy foods, grilled chicken or fish salads with tangy dressings, even creamy pasta dishes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's versatile.
Its bright acidity and complex flavors can hold their own without overwhelming the palate.
I like that.
This is making me hungry.
Me too.
And the enthusiast in the video even mentioned that Uruguayan Albariño tends to have slightly more body than its Spanish cousins.
Okay, so we talked about the granite soils. What else could cause that?
Besides the granite soils, the climate in Uruguay actually plays a key role.
Okay.
It's a bit warmer than the Rías Baixas region of Spain, where Albariño is traditionally grown.
Okay.
And this extra warmth allows the grapes to ripen more fully,
Oh, okay.
which results in those richer flavors and a slightly rounder texture.
Okay, interesting.
So to recap, we've got a grape that thrives in coastal regions.
Right.
It's known for its bright acidity, and salinity can be enjoyed young and crisp or aged to develop those complex, nutty, and fruity notes pairs well with a variety of different foods, from seafood to spicy dishes.
It's a lot going on.
Is there anything this wine can't do?
Right, like it really does sound like a great wine.
It really does sound like a winner.
Yeah, and I like that it can be.
Yeah.
You can drink it young, you can age it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's versatile.
Very versatile.
What should people look for when they are browsing the shelves?
Well, we've talked about Bodega, Garzon, Marichal, Familia Decas, but there are other fantastic producers out there. Look for names like Buza Pisano Antigua Bodega Stagnari.
Okay. And keep an eye out for those Best Buy recommendations, right?
Yes, absolutely, because
who doesn't love a good value?
right, and it shows you that the quality is there at an affordable price.
Exactly.
So you know you're getting a good bottle.
That's what I look for value.
Yes.
Pay
Right.
attention to the story behind the bottle, too.
Yes, I like that.
Seek out those producers that are passionate about sustainable practices, they have a deep connection to their land, and they're really crafting those wines with a true sense of place.
It makes a difference. You can tell when somebody cares about what they do.
Right. It's like that small batch artisan
Exactly.
versus like the mass-produced.
Yes.
You're not just getting a beverage, you're getting a taste of somebody's passion and their expertise.
I agree.
It's an experience.
It is.
We've seen how this Albariño has flourished in Uruguay,
Right.
a country that's known for its Tannat. So this begs the question, what other unexpected wine regions and grape varieties are out there just waiting to be discovered?
Right. Like, what else are we missing out on?
I know it's a big, wide world of wine full of surprises and hidden gems.
That's why we do this.
I know.
To find those hidden gems.
To uncover those treasures.
Exactly.
So go forth, explore.
Yes.
And don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path. You never know what treasures you might uncover.
Love it.
And if you happen to stumble upon an incredible bottle of, let's just say, English Cabernet Franc, or maybe even a Canadian Pinot Noir, let us know.
Let us know. We want to know.
We love hearing about your wine discoveries.
Yes, we do.
Until next time, happy tasting.